All right, guys, welcome back. It's late in the evening here on the farm. We got spray jugs everywhere, and it's only a little bit of herbicide. A lot of this is fertilizer, foliar fertilizer, Genesis Ag, and some other stuff. But we got some weeds we got to control. I was waiting until the corn was higher than V2. I use status for the corn, and I have to wait till at least V2. So we're at about V3, so we should be good. And we're out spraying. See how it goes today. It's a little breezy, but not terrible. Still at it, guys. It got calm. Nice afternoon here, Pennsylvania. The weeds aren't so bad out through here. The end rows all the way around the edges was thick with grass. So we're putting down micronutrients, sugars, all kinds of foliar products, and we'll see if it makes any type of a difference. It should. In my soil test, my micronutrients were almost non-existent. So I have almost 20 pounds in for 15 acres here. We'll see what it does. All right, we did about 15 acres. Good warm up for everything. See how it does. I didn't get much footage of spraying the corn just because there's a lot of things going to be happening here in the next couple of days, so I'll get some footage as things happen. So bear with me. Thanks for watching. All right, guys, I just finished spraying. I'm going to venture out onto the road now. I have to go up to my neighbors with the 750 Massey combine. I'm borrowing his manure spreader, and it's not my spreader, so the next couple days of spreading manure, it's not my spreader, but he lets me borrow it. I have used it in the past, so see you when I get up there. What a difference these tires make. Oh my gosh. So much better than those other ones with the rubber missing. I like these Firestone. All right, we're back. Huh. Deer, geese, everything's eating the corn. Anyway, we're back. I don't get to use fourth high very often. Most days I'm puddling around here in first high, but we got a spreader. It is a New Holland. I have to look to see what model it is. It's a single axle. We're going to be putting the 986 on it just because I need to put this back on the sprayer and start filling the sprayer again. I have the tractor, so why not use them? Let me get unhooked and I'll look this over. All right, guys, good morning. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning here, and today's the day we're getting the first load of broiler manure in. You can see the manure spreader. That spreader was actually used by my neighbor that had his dairy herd. That was his spreader that he had when he was milking cows. So it's not a giant spreader by any means, but it's a little small for the amount that I'm going to have to spread, but I'm just happy to get the use of it. It's a New Holland 155, has the hydraulic end gate, poly floor. It is PTO driven. So we're going to make it work here. I'm going to have a couple days where I'm going to be spreading for a while, but it is a tractor trailer coming. Should be here in about 10-15 minutes. I'm going to see if I can't get him to... I'm going to take him up on the hill in my pickup just to see if he thinks he can make it with his truck. He should be able to. There were tractor trailers, logging trucks that made it in and out, so... I just have to check. I think it's dry enough. He should be all right. So we'll see when he gets here. I'm gonna get some chicken manure for these fields that haven't had. There hasn't been manure put on this farm since, I want to say, it's got to be 20 years ago. Was the last manure put on this farm. So it's been a while. It's been row cropped since the mid to late 90s. And not a whole lot of manure, or there hasn't been animals here, so I think the last time there was manure put on were the steers that were here. So it's definitely going to help wake up wake up the hay fields for sure. Like I said, my goal is to get it spread on the hay fields thick, but not too thick that I can't get a second cutting. So I actually came about this manure. I had kind of, I don't want to say I partnered with somebody, but I'm kind of a hopefully going to be a regular customer of this guy. I think what it is, the impression that I'm getting, it's a one of those chicken growing operations. They raise chickens for Tyson or any number of these big chicken companies, and I don't think he has a lot of acreage. I think they are the broiler houses, and I think it's only a couple acres with it. This guy is shipping manure out all the time, so do have to pay for it, but it's like it's dirt cheap. I'm gonna get the nitrogen I'm gonna get out of it is well worth the cost of it. So we'll see when he gets here. I'll take you guys along and see about if we can't get some of this stuff spread. How to do the manure management plan, of course, keep the government happy. So we'll get into that. So the plan for today really is I need to get my loader out of here. It's all the way in the back, and I have two wagons and the baler and the tractor. Everything's parked in front of it. I have to try to get that out, and I have to keep spraying today. I have some more cornfields to get herbicide on and some of the foliar fertilizer. So I'm going to see what we can get done today. It has the potential to be another very long day if I start spreading, but maybe we'll just space it out. The trouble is we're supposed to get some rain. Not that it's a big deal if the manure gets rained on, but it's just going to make it heavier and slimier and everything else. So I'll come back with you. All right, this should be interesting. We got a tractor trailer coming up the hill here. This one turn up here, the driver was a little worried about. I took him up in my pickup, but I'm following him up. He said he wants to take a running start at it. Boy, he's going too. He's probably he's going 30 miles an hour. I'm spinning out. Well, he made it. I'll come back with you. All right, guys, that's where we're going to end the video today. That manure is going to have to wait because we got some rain coming right now, and I'm out of time. I have to be somewhere shortly. So I managed to, we got the manure unloaded. There's a mountain up there right now, one load. It was like 25 tons. And I managed to get the sprayer filled for about 15 more acres of corn or so. So I guess that's where we got to end it for the day. I have to be somewhere, so that's all I can do today. I did get some more hay unloaded. It's kind of a little bit every day type of project, but we got that unloaded. Interesting thing I'll leave you with, for some of the seasoned veteran farmers that watch my channel, or guys that have tried this before, I heard of an interesting argument and an interesting debate, so I figured I would include that in the end of this video. Foliar feeding. I've been doing a lot more research on foliar applications, and the basically the studies, it goes either way depending on who's doing the study. So the argument for foliar feeding is you're putting the nutrients right on the plants. They can absorb it and use it where they need it. The other argument against it said that corn especially takes the majority of its nutrients up from the root system, that very little is absorbed through the leaves. So just thinking about this a little bit, I don't know, I'm not an expert, I'm not an agronomist, but as far as even if you're just foliar feeding, I think that spray is still going to get to the ground, and the rain is still going to put it in the soil, and eventually the roots will bring it up, I think. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I know there's arguments both ways on it. So if anybody has tried it or has any thoughts or opinions on, please comment. We'll get a discussion going here. I'm doing it just because I have to go and spray the corn anyway. I'm not making an extra trip. I can tank mix it with the herbicide. So I figure it's going to get to the ground eventually anyway. So see what you guys think. I'll come back with you, and I'll see you tomorrow.